In this video, we'll show you the 2-thread overedge stitch. This stitch is lighter than a 3-thread overlock, so it's great for seam finishing on lightweight and sheer fabrics. Let's see how to set up the machine for the 2-thread overedge. It's really easy to remove a needle, and you're going to use this small screwdriver that came with your machine's accessories. Just lightly place a finger behind them to kind of help hold them as you bring the end of the screwdriver into this upper screw. This is for the left-hand needle, so it's got an L next to it. Loosen that screw, and then grab the needle and pull it down and remove it. Now we're ready to thread the machine for our 2-thread overedge stitch. Now raise the presser foot lifter and open the front cover. To do so, just place your thumb here, push to the right, and pull forward. Before we thread the machine, we need to install the 2-thread converter. It's a little piece that looks like this. It's black and it's got this little wire looking thing that comes out the left side of it. So we're going to place this, the bottom of it fits into this slot on the upper looper. And then press this little wire toward the back until that end of it comes into the eye of the upper looper from the back. And now we're ready to thread the machine. To set up for a 2-thread overedge stitch, we only need 2 threads, so raise the mast. We need the lower looper thread, and I'll show you how to use the converter, so we don't need to use the upper looper thread, and we need the needle thread on the right position. Next, we'll thread the lower looper, so we'll take that thread, bring it up through the thread mast, snap it into this guide at the top of the machine from right to left, and then bring it down through the tension disc and through the channel. So now I bring this yellow thread down and follow the yellow dotted thread path. This stitch doesn't use the upper looper, so we can ignore the red dotted thread path and just use the yellow dotted thread path. And bring it into this guide here, and then snap it into this guide here with the yellow dot. And one more is right here, like so. Now we need to thread the eye of the lower looper. Now thread the eye of the lower looper and just bring that thread over to the side, like this. And now lightly holding this thread tail in your right hand, we're going to take our tweezer and place this part of the thread into this section here. There's a gold dot indicating that this is part of your gold thread path, and there are 2 little arms here. You just want to make sure this thread is behind both of those little arms. And then as you continue holding this thread lightly in your right hand, push this lever up all the way as far as it will go, and it will finish threading your lower looper for you. And now place your thread end, making sure that it's over the upper looper and converter both, and bring the thread end to the back. And finally, we're going to do the right needle, and that is our green thread. Bring it through the guide at the top, snap it in, bring it into the tension discs and down the channel. Then bring it down through this guide, across, and then up over the top of this U-turn area that will actually get your thread into the take-up lever, down, and then around this thread guide just above the needle. Now thread the eye of the needle. Use your tweezers to help you out if you need to. Pull that thread to the back, and then make sure it's underneath the presser foot. Make sure both threads are under the presser foot and out to the back, and we're ready to test the stitch. You can check your manual for the recommended tension adjustments. I'm going to start out with mine at about 4 and 4 and see how that looks. And here we have our lovely 2-thread overedge. This is a really nice alternative to 3-thread overlocking for your lighter weight fabrics because it eliminates the need for the upper looper thread. It's much lighter in weight and leaves a softer finish. For more information about sewing with an overlock machine, or for information about optional accessories that are available for your machine, visit the Serger website.